Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 155 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and I just finished that text in the nick of time.
In the nick of time.
I am doing work. So anyway, well, hey, we appreciate everybody joining in. We've got a great show today. We've got two great homes in West Dallas. You do not want to miss them. One of them was completely almost renovated in 2017 down the studs. Amazing. It does not look like what you would expect. Great home. The other one is just as clean as a whistle as well. And in the second half of the show,
Second half, we're going to talk about solar panels.
which is really interesting because Texas has changed so much.
Yeah, it really has. And, people are looking to alternative sources for fuel, for powering their home, whether it's through generators or solar. They're just wanting to have some kind of ability to do a little backup.
It is a great second segment, and it's one of those things that can really add value to a home. So tune in. And with that, how was your weekend?
Mine was really good. I was on vacation this weekend.
Well, weren't you though?
I laid in the sun all weekend. That was my weekend. I went to Palm Springs, and Adrian and I went to Palm Springs and laid by a pool for 4 days.
Yeah.
Went out to party and play for a couple of nights, and that was it. It was fun. Yeah. It was
good time.
I was ready to come back, and I can do like 4 to 5 day holidays or vacations, and then I'm ready to come back.
Well, it is God season, as I always call it, in Palm Springs right now. The weather's amazing, blue skies, no humidity. It is really an amazing time to get out there. And this was a really interesting weekend as well, too, because we had homes that were coming on the market so fast and then getting put under contract. We were able to get one of those under contract. So really good weekend, I think, overall.
Yeah, really was. We've got a couple of really cool homes still. That our listing on Miles is a fantastic opportunity for somebody that wants a townhome. It's in that mid 400 price point, so it's certainly, it's priced really well. We've got the uptown condo down on McKinney.
Yep.
That is at Mercer Square. That is just a phenomenal property.
And then we've also got that property up there in McKinney that is temporarily off the market, but still is a great piece of acreage. If you're looking for something that is ability to build on, it is really a special piece.
It really is. Really is. One of the things I wanted to talk about in the first little part is there was a survey. Excuse me, the word slipped away. My head's catching up from vacation. So there was a vodka tonic that slipped. There was a survey done by National Association of Realtors, and it's called the Realtors Confidence Index. And they do it. It's a monthly report that they do, and it talks about what the consumer is thinking in terms of real estate right then. And there were some really interesting highlights out of this report. There's a link to the report in it if you want, but the share of first-time home buyers decreased to 28% in September, and it was 29% in August.
First-time home buyers?
First-time home buyers, and then 31% of the market last year. First-time home buyers continued to struggle to compete with cash buyers. We've talked about that. Yeah. Properties typically stayed on the market for 17 days in the month of September. It was 21 days a year ago. So that days on market still continues to come. The share of non-primary residence buyers, which is vacation buyers, investors, decreased to 13%. And a lot of that is driven because people have stopped buying those vacation homes. We know at the beginning of the pandemic, everybody wanted a lake home. Everybody wanted to move to a suburban market where they could get a little bit more land and have a little bit more outdoor space. And we've begun to see that trend back up just a smidge. So it's a really interesting report. If you want to go into more depth and detail in it, it's got a lot of really good nuggets about what's going on in the real estate market.
And just to jump off at that lake property, we met with clients on Friday, and we were discussing Cedar Creek Lake with them. And I just kind of shared with them, I was amazed, looking at some of the Ebby sales, and who knew that houses were $2 million on Cedar Creek Lake now. And it doesn't seem like it was a one-off. And they shared that they have a family house, or did, that during the pandemic they spent 8 weeks at. They said it was a blessing, but that at some point a offer came in to their parents that basically said, leave us the keys. We'll take your sea-doos, we'll take your furniture, we'll take your dishes, and this is the sales price. And it was one of those ridiculous sales prices that
Wow.
they said, we like it, we'll take it, we're moving out of town. So it is interesting how things are going out there. That lake is quite something. Ebby has really done a great job, I think, of getting that out there as far as the new brokerage and how that has really changed, I feel like, the dynamics of the agents that are working out there, and how it, for better or worse, has kind of opened the floodgates for Dallas agents.
It really is. And it's, I don't know that I would be comfortable, like selling a home on Cedar Creek Lake. I think I would partner with one of our agents
100%.
down there to do that, because it is such a different market, and there are different requirements, and there are different, just facets to it. But the number of what we see as company sales down there has just skyrocketed in the last few months.
It's bizarre. I would call Chris Hickman to get him to help me out there. Those nuances are quite interesting, the different fingers. But let's take a look at the market watch, because I would say that I was a little surprised. Overall, not a lot of jumps for this week versus last week. So as you see, new listings went up 2% to 2,100. Back on the market, up 5, which is a relatively low number, not much turnover. Price decreases down 5%. I like that. Maybe people are beginning to listen and think, hey, let's really focus in on what we should bring the market in. Price increases, I say that these are just what is either mistakes that are being made and or new home construction that may have put it in early and decided, we should really sell it for more.
The number of contracts that went into the option period is up last week. It was up about 6%. And the number that came out of the option period was also up. The number of pendings were also up. And then the number of sold were just almost identical from the week before.
And coming soon, up 1%. So and it was a total of 298. So I think that one of the things that we were made aware of, our marketing assistant said, hey, maybe y'all could explain a little bit more of what like active option, out of option, and pending mean. And the active option means that you have entered into the option period and you have a 5 to 10 day period in which you can do your inspections. When you come out, you're contingent on elements like financing, the survey, the title policy all coming back. And then pending is when all of those have been made and you're really just waiting for the closing date. And that's usually changes probably in the last 10 days before it goes under contract. Or that's how we do the contract.
Yeah.
So good information. We hope you like it. If you want to know more information about one of those homes or the areas that you live near or have interest in, let us know. We can pull this data and give it to you, and it's really helpful to kind of get an eye of what's going on.
Absolutely.
So the first house we're going to talk about, this is going to be a great one. This is going to be 11008 Cinderella Lane. And this is an amazing home. It's a really great area. If you're not familiar, this is part of the Disney Streets in West Dallas. And we call it the Disney Streets because it's named after Pinocchio, Cinderella, Sleepy, and there's more. And it's a really wonderful area just north of Royal Lane. These are good sized lots. Many of them are 0.4 of an acre, a little less, a little more. Great access to Midway, Royal, and Walnut Hill. So it has a nice, strong commute. One of the things also that we find over in this neighborhood is quite a few of the homes have a very strong mid-century, if not a true mid-century modern feel to them.
They really do. The neighborhood itself is super convenient. You've got great access to Interstate 35 on the west. You have access to the tollway on the east. The neighborhood is just full of parks. One of the really great things about living up there is if you have a neighborhood YMCA that you want to go to, this is a great neighborhood to live in because of the Simone's Family YMCA. I think you joined up there for a little while when you first moved up into the neighborhood, and I ride by there riding on the North Haven Trail, and it is consistently got people going in and out of it. It's a very popular place.
And if you're big on swimming, I don't know, there is a little picture for that, but I know that is a very heavy swim oriented. Lots of lanes inside, and then they also have outdoor lanes. And so really great community as well. One of the places, if you're in that area, that you may want to stop and check out is going to be called Streets Fine Chicken. And this is actually a restaurant that we first encountered here, I believe on Cedar Springs. Great restaurant. They have great biscuits, as you can tell, but overall a wonderful restaurant. The founder is related to a large chain.
Yes. The
father.
This is the son and the daughter own Streets Fine Chicken. They also own
Roy G. Biv.
Liberty Burger and Roy G. Biv's, which they are The dad is Gene Street of the Black Eyed Pea. The brother to Gene Street was also in the restaurant business that opened Snuffers.
Oh,
So,
Snuffers.
yeah, great.
They're great food.
They really are. They've got a great family history of really great food. I've been to Streets many times. I've also been to Liberty Burger right next door many times. They've got a kind of a small outdoor area. They've got a few outdoor tables there that we've really enjoyed getting out on a nice little sunny Saturday afternoon and have a beer and a burger. And
Yeah.
really, really, really good.
It's a great area. And the other thing too, that if you're looking to get out and exercise, more than anyone, North Haven Trail.
It's a great trail. So many things going on with that trail. Positive, good things going on. Do you remember how it used to be that people did not want to live in back up to all of those large power lines? Well, now all of those right-of-ways where those large power lines are have become trails.
Yes.
And that is what has allowed this North Haven Trail to grow the way that it is. They are about to do the extension across Central Expressway that is going to connect that and the White Rock Trail. And there's a picture of it right there. So you've got a big circle on the western side of it that goes up onto the trail, comes across Central Expressway, and then comes down between a couple of commercial buildings over there, and continues on over the White Rock Creek where it connects to the White Rock Trail.
So if you're biking, you literally can go from 35 all the way down to White Rock Lake, and then you could go even further, catch the Santa Fe Trail, and get into downtown in Exposition.
Yes. Yeah.
That is a huge. If you're not familiar with this, it is a monster. You know what we should do? No, I don't know if we could do it. Time lapse ourselves riding that. That might be a two-parter.
Yeah, it's 15 miles round trip, so it takes about an hour and 15 minutes to ride it.
Long time.
Yeah.
So this home, we'll go ahead and start taking a look at it. This is a wonderful ranch-style home that has had some deep renovations in it. One of the things we want to point out before we get going, this is also in Withers, which is a really excellent elementary, as DeGoyer is. And so these are really sought after areas. And you can see here, this house has also had its landscaping done. Tree limbs have all been lifted. This is one of the things that we like to make sure that we don't have anything rubbing on that roof and causing issues later on.
And as you walk in the front door, you get this really generous sized living room, trade ceiling, can lights. Really gives this a much more modern feel than probably what it was built as. Wood floors throughout these living areas. The big windows on the front allow lots of light in. You've got great flexibility in how you use this room, and that is open to the dining room. And as you can tell, that's a really large table in there. So you've got seating for 6 around it's probably a 60-inch table, I'm guessing. So lots of room.
And this is the kitchen, as you can see, and it's well renovated, done quite well. It's got the tile backsplash subway. It has a light gray cabinet that goes all the way to the ceiling, a nice sized center island. It was a very large center island. They've also placed the microwaves, you can see there, into that. And there's also seating, so it kind of works as a double table, while it also opens up to this second living area, which is more of a family area. We noticed there's some really good bookends. I'm not sure they'll be in this next picture, but there they are. We also like how this opens up. You've got a door that goes out to one side of the backyard, right in the kitchen. And from this little second living area, you also have another way to get out to the backyard. And this brings us to the master bedroom.
Yeah, master bedroom is really a great size. King size bed there, as you can see, very large nightstands and still room for the chair. And big closet space, 2 big open closets that have container store type hardware in them that really help organize them better.
And I think you'd be surprised how much stuff you can get in those closets when they are done well with the alpha shelving, as you see there. And this is a renovated, as we keep saying, this house is renovated. It is move-in ready. Well done. You can see they've taken and given you a seat, lots of glass, and taken that statement tile all the way to the ceiling. One of the things we really like are multiple shower heads, and that master has 3 shower heads.
And this is one of the other 2 bedrooms in it. Still very generous size. Obviously, they use this as the nursery. Big windows, lots of light coming in. And then in the second bedroom, which is actually the 3rd bedroom, they've also got the built-ins in again, which somebody had a great connection to a carpenter in this. And then you've got this shared bath with granite countertops, the tile in the bathtub. Just really has been updated very nicely.
Outdoor, we have a large deck. equipped with TV, gutters around, and it would be perfect if you want to put a pergola on this. But it is an enormous, this is the backyard, as you can see here, and this is 0.36 of an acre, which is really large. Fence is really well done, lots of open space, and it's a rear entry garage. So you have a retractable gate there on the right-hand side. You're able to pull in and pull into the garage, which is really great. I really like the way that adds another layer of security. You don't always think about it, but there it is. So this is 11008 Cinderella Lane. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, built in 54. 2,042 square feet, comes in at $775, and that's $379 a square foot. And we want to say thank you so much to Wendy Harkness for allowing us to feature the home. It's amazing. If you'd like more information about this home, in the comments below, you'll be able to click on it, get all of these photos, others that we didn't use, plus links on the map. And if you'd like to see this or any other homes in that area, let us know. We'd love to make that happen.
So where's our second home today?
Ooh, this is a good one. This is a really good one. This is going to be 3240 Timberview Road. This is a really amazing house. One of the things on this one that we did, it has so many features that what we did is at the end, we're going to actually just list all of the elements that were added to this house just because there's so many.
There are so many.
There's so many. And the other thing too is as the producer Ben was saying earlier, he's like, oh, look, it's the same zip code. I wondered when that was going to happen. Well, dun. Here we are. So we kind of already talked about the area, and now we can talk about some of the other things that are really great in this area that we like to do.
So both of these homes we've talked about today are in Northwest Dallas, and they are about 2 miles apart, and the neighborhoods really offer the same level of amenities and things, but they're different. So you've got great access, again, I-35, you got access here to any of the express lanes on 635 if you're going east or west, and just a wonderful, wonderful little neighborhood.
And it's so funny. So we take turns doing what we're going to talk about in the area, and I always talk about restaurants, but you actually pulled 2 guys from Italy. And it's so funny, 2 Mondays nights ago, went and ate there. And I have to tell you, that is some of the best pizza they have in town. I was really pleased. And the other thing too, the drinks, surprisingly for a Monday night, were extremely strong. I was like, whoa, hold on here. Wasn't quite expecting that. Chianti was really great, as all Chianti is. And so this is a really great little family operated. We were talking to our neighbor, Bossy, and Bossy's family has lived in the area for 30 years. And she says she's been going to there since she was a little girl. So it's been around. It's a great restaurant. You do not want to miss this one.
It really is. One of the other restaurants in the neighborhood that I've been to many times is called Casa Navarro. And Casa Navarro is a family-owned, run Mexican restaurant, not a chain. It is great Tex-Mex food, great margaritas. They did a phenomenal job with their to-go orders during the pandemic. And when people started being comfortable going back into spaces again, they were just crammed back full of people again. And it's really great for your food.
Where is Casa Navarro?
This is at the corner of Marsh and Forest Lane. It's on the southeast corner over there. It faces onto Marsh Lane, so you see it from Marsh Lane, but really fantastic food.
That is a great place. I'll definitely be into that one. And the other place, Republic Texas Tavern. This is a great restaurant. If you haven't been there, it is spot on. They really have a really great bourbon menu, which is surprising. Their wine list here is also pretty adequate, and they have half-price wine nights. You'll have to check and see what night that is. Overall, I could not give this bigger thumbs up. And those little salmon tartare pops,
those are amazing. Yeah. Food there is fantastic. Outdoor-wise, again, you've got the North Haven Trail, which is really great. You can pick this up from almost directly behind this home. I think it's about 2 blocks over. That you can jump on the trail. But again, great opportunity to get out and get around. There are also 4 City of Dallas parks within 1 mile of this that you can go to. Royal Park, which is on the North Haven Trail, Brownwood Park, Betty Jane Lane Park, and Peter Pan Park.
Well, isn't that something?
Yeah.
I had no idea that those were that close.
And I think that's important because it gives people variety, gives you a different place to take your dogs or different place to take your kids or different, it's just a variety of parks that are, I think, well maintained.
And it is the best season to get out there and enjoy that right now.
It really is.
Morning or night. So
So jumping into this home, this has such phenomenal drive up to it. What color do you think this is?
Ooh, it can't be urbane bronze. That's my favorite color.
I know. But they have done such an amazing job modernizing this home. The audio video
Alone.
equipment alone in this is truly incredible. They took the back part of this house and extended it out and created this really cool living area. Focal point is a big TV on the end, the gas fireplace at the bottom, tile wall. Behind that picture is actually all the AV equipment.
It is amazing. Took it to the studs, foam insulation, changed the roof line to give it this volume, and then put in the retractable slider glass doors. Here they have used an entire panel of, I believe, granite in the back. You can see here.
It's just amazing.
They really thought of everything in this house. When we showed this house to our clients, it was amazing because it was lit up. Everything is so easy to key up on the pad. And it also has a fragrance dispenser that works with the HVAC and your app. So
That's
it smells
amazing.
like a hotel.
That is amazing. But openness, this is definitely an entertainer's house.
Downstairs is where the master is going to be, which is really great. And it also opens up to the backyard, as you can see here. They've done a great job of keeping it minimal. So it's got great light, great height in the ceiling, and it opens up to this amazing spa-like bathroom. Just around that corner right there is where the actual shower is. It is a walk-in glassless shower, which is amazing. It has multiple heads. It is wonderful because the privacy and the way they've extended the fence, they've been able to actually leave the glass clear, which actually adds so much more light and just feels that much better.
And this is one of the ancillary bedrooms. Queen size bed here, still good sized nightstands, very generous room sizes. And then this is the shared bath also. So you've got double vandies in it, which I think also make a lot of sense. That tile has been pulled all the way around the room. This is kind of the kids' playroom. It's not really a bedroom, but it's kind of a pass-through room.
Yep.
And then, as you can tell, this owner is a collector, and this is going to make has made a fantastic media room, game room, so much flexibility.
And then you come outdoors, and there was an old kidney pool that actually backed up to the house that they completely removed and had this Palm Springs style home pool put in. They've done everything with the grass as well, the drainage, the pavers, the vinyl fence. It is set and easy to enjoy.
And this is such, again, entertainment home. Lighting is just spectacular at night. You've got the cover, blah, 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 blah. Pergola, thank you. That covers part of that pool. And I would bet that in the heavy summer, that really creates some great shade.
Yeah, and the other thing too that we don't have pictures of just because of what is in it, it is a two tandem garage. So as you can see here, new gutters, new roof in 2017, irrigation with apps, artificial turf, 8-foot vinyl fencing.
Mosquito missing system, new heated pool with tanning deck, multicolored LED lights, new pool equipment 2017.
We've never had that before. Quite interesting. Maybe we'll change that around next time.
Yeah.
There are so many elements that we actually didn't bring up on this. You want to take a look at it. It is an amazing home.
And in the interior, this is where the owners just went nuts on it. New HVAC systems upstairs and downstairs, new interior plumbing, a 4K Sony projector, 133-inch motorized screen, lighting system that is a Lutron lighting system that you can control from anywhere, lots of surveillance equipment, pre-wired for an electric car, which was really important to our customers.
It also has a generator, which is amazing given the fact that they're so difficult to come by and they've tripled in price. Lutron motorized shades, and again, as we mentioned, that first floor fragrance.
So 3240 Timberview Road is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 4-car garage built in 1962. It's a little over 3,500 square feet, priced at $950,000, which is about $268 a square foot. And we'd like to say thank you to Jeremy Whitaker for letting us talk about his home today. If you'd like to see this home or like to see any of the pictures we didn't get to, just click on the links below. And if you'd like to see the house itself, give us a call. We'll be happy to show it to you. And with that, we'll be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. God. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the second segment, episode 155 of Sold with Updike Pugh. Today, we are going to talk about solar panels.
Solar panels, because they're so important here in Texas because of how much sun we get, except on my house because of all the trees and the direction it faces.
Yeah.
Solar panels wouldn't work for me. On you, I think you would have your house, you could get batteries charged, you could run an electric car at your house, I think.
And so many people are looking for ways to have a backup to the grid.
Yes.
And, you could spend $25,000 on a set of solar panels, and there are so many options to have those installed now. You can have them installed where they can basically run your entire house. And then, as you said, do the battery backup on them where you store the excess energy that you have. Your home is still connected to the grid.
Right.
And so you have the opportunity to store all of that back and then begin to use out of your batteries as necessary. But if for whatever reason, you didn't have enough in the battery backup, you're still connected to the grid.
And I think as we were doing some research on this, for this piece, I think it was interesting that you're seeing states begin to actually mandate that all new construction have these, have the solar panels attached or some type of sun gathering equipment by 2022 and 2023.
You know what I kind of equate this to in my head in talking about that is the rain protection things that are on sprinkler systems.
Ah, got it.
There was a time where
Rain and freeze.
Yeah, rain and freeze. No, there was no municipality that really required any of that, but it made sense that they started requiring that on an installation of a sprinkler system. And I feel like we're going that direction with solar.
And so we also were looking, did you find that the HOAs now are?
Didn't find that.
Okay. I was always curious if that was a problem that they were having.
That is something we need to look into is homes in homeowners associations and how they're treated with solar panels.
One of the things you always have to be cautious as of is when a house goes under contract, you have to know whether it's purchased and leased and know how that is going to transfer over to the new buyer. The contract now really is specific in what has to happen. And I think that agents who don't make sellers aware of this are really doing a disservice, and it could really come back to be a financial burden on a seller at the end.
I agree. There are a lot of different ways you can pay for them, whether it's paying for them outright, doing a long-term lease on them. One of the benefits of the long-term lease is that you get maintenance for the entire term of that lease.
And there's no upstart cost.
Yeah, there's no upstart cost in it. You end up paying generally about the same amount that you can either do it where you lease these on and you pay for a per kilowatt hour, or you can pay a monthly lease fee for the equipment itself, and you don't get charged anything for the energy that those are generated. You're really just paying for an equipment lease. Again, you're still connected to the grid, so if you need that backup, if you need that extra juice, it's there.
And the current administration has also extended the tax credit on these. And I believe they had increased it from the 17 back to I think 23%. If you had them installed before 2019, it was a 30% tax increase, which is a really huge incentive. If you got them back then, kudos to you. We are seeing a lot more people entering into the market. And so at this point, it's one of those real important times to do the due diligence and not just ask for social media recommendations, but also for recommendations from the different clients that they've installed in the past. I think Solar City is the largest one right now that's probably out there. We've both had good experience with them, getting them for our buyers and then working with sellers on those. That being said, there's probably others as well, but those were the ones that we've seen and had the best luck with right now.
Yeah. So if you're considering solar panels, you know, it is something that is well worth investigating. Do your research on it. Do your research on the terms of the contract that you're going to sign with it, and just, you know, think of all the what ifs that could happen down the road and how that would resolve itself.
And if that is something that you end up doing, we'd love to hear from you. We think that could be a really great part 2 to this segment. And it would be really fun to hear from you guys and let us know how you're doing.
Really would. So hopefully you found this helpful or at least entertaining today. We really appreciate you joining us. We hope you join us next week at noon on Wednesday as well.
And just remember, we want to be realtors for life.